Yo,
Hey guys,
Yo,
what's up, fellas?
welcome,
what's up,
welcome,
everybody?
welcome everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Blitz and Bricks. This is episode 5. We've been going for 5 weeks now. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you for tagging along. Um, we are currently without Ashton today. He is headed back to our homeland of San Marcos for graduation weekend. Um, Lucky for him. I guess you'll get to see him later tonight, Turbo. But let's go ahead and jump right into it with tailing Turbo, where we will begin because we got some early games tonight.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and start with probably my favorite pick of them all, which is a hockey guy. Um, I has just been killing it, stopping anything and everything. It's a must-win game for Buffalo. If they lose, they go down 3-1. It's just I think he's in the last two out of the three games. He's also minus 118. He's probably my favorite. Anthony Edwards, rebound. He's favorite to go over one minus 145. He's been the last two out of four games. So in a game that they must win also away, it's gonna be a crucial game. He's gonna have to hustle out there. Champagne though, I think he's gonna have a big game. He's a shooter. All he needs is three threes. Asking for a lot, kind of, from him, but I think if he stays dialed, which they are pretty always dialed, bro. So I think he's gonna be pretty good. He's minus 113 to go over, and then Wimby, he's only missed last game because he got fucking fouled out. He's been a beast on the boards, blocks, defensively, just all over the place. He's minus 125, also my second favorite.
Thanks, bro. That's awesome. It's great analysis, man.
Good job, Turbo.
Thanks, bro.
That is great. All right. Well, how about that Wemby elbow the other night? Wasn't that freaking
Cool
awesome,
grip, bro.
dude? I'm not a Spurs fan, but I do want the Spurs to win this series. That was just hilarious, dude. Every single angle, it got funnier in slow motion. It would get like more and more to where you could see him just make eye contact with Nas before he just levels him. And what is this? What is this
Harper's
called? Hold
reaction
on.
in the background was the funniest thing I've
Yeah,
ever
dude.
seen because you could see the moment he realized, oh no, we just
It's
lost.
all over. And Wemby didn't even know. He didn't even know that he was getting
Yeah,
ejected. He heard the call. You could read his lips. He's
yeah,
like, "Does that mean I'm ejected?"
What
Hey,
that
they
means,
yeah. He
actually
had
they were
That's
up
great.
in the third
Barnes.
quarter of that game.
So we
They
got
had
a
a
we got a quote from Nas Reed on the elbow he took from Wemby. Pain is weakness leaving the body. I mean, really, just an epic reaction. You wouldn't expect it from a guy like that. Moving on into some news today. Before we get into trivia and some fun stuff, we've got some things to talk to you about. First off, with already broken news, Brees Hall signs a 3-year, $45.75 million extension with the Jets, making him the third highest paid running back in NFL history. I find this pretty funny after last season's debacle at the trade deadline. Brees begged for the trade that he was promised by the Jets front office, and they placed I think, third round pick was the asking price. Kansas City offered a fourth rounder, pick 109 overall, which they ended up using to draft Jaden Kennedy, the corner from Oregon, after New York had declined the trade. I think Brees would have made an immediate impact in the Chiefs' rocky offense last year. I mean, who knows? Maybe even Mahomes never would have got hurt. You never know. Things would have been different. Um, Jake, you got something?
Yeah, before I even say my news, I want to say a huge birthday shout out to all the Corpus guys, Renan, Mark, Javi. Mark's birthday is today, but
Happy
they've been
birthday,
showing
Mark.
huge support to the channel. So
Dude,
Yo, B Day.
happy
B
birthday.
Day.
yeah, happy birthday to y'all.
Mark, you to be there.
Really awesome, dude. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyways, Ashton's goat, Jawan Jennings, signed a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings worth $8 million and up to $13 million in incentives. Last year, he had an offer to stay in San Francisco for $17 million. Chose to bet on his chose to bet on himself, and he lost miserably. Put up a lame stat line of 55 catches on 90 targets for 643 yards and 9 touchdowns, which those are career highs across the board for Jawan Jennings. So he just sucks, dude. He sucks at football. He averaged 11.7 yards per catch. These numbers, they don't even meet the value of a $17 million man, but luckily for San Francisco, they're out of the Jawan Jennings experiment.
I feel like it's more of just experience than experiment. In other news, Rodgers returns to the Steel City. Aaron Rodgers has come down from his deep and motivational annual offseason ayahuasca trip and is visiting the Steelers and will likely return to play for them in the 2026 season. I think this is a massive move for Pittsburgh to be able to retain Rodgers in hopes that the four-time MVP will lead a decent offense and play a role as a strong mentor for the young QBs in the room like Will Howard and Ashton's other GOAT, Drew Aller. This will mark the reuniting of Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy on the same team since the 2018 season, where Mike McCarthy was fired mid-season after a loss to the Arizona Cardinals at home. Some say Aaron Rodgers asked for this. It's going to be interesting seeing the two returning to the same team together, but that being said, the two did win Super Bowl 45 together and hold a regular season record of 157-1, along with 7 playoff wins. 100 regular season games. I mean, that's a pretty good ratio right there.
Yeah, but wasn't Super Bowl 45 like damn near 20 years ago? Like, aren't we on like
We're, dude, I don't even know which one.
Mike McCarthy has no aura. I'll say that much.
Yeah. They're gonna. I think Pittsburgh's just gonna look like classic Pittsburgh. It's gonna be a bunch of regular season wins, above 500 or just at 500, and then first round exit in the playoffs.
They're gonna mess around and lose their 8th playoff game in a row.
Unless the scriptwriters are just going crazy to have McCarthy return to coaching when nobody wanted him at all, and Rodgers at 43 winning another Super Bowl. That would be, for Rodgers, that'd be pretty cool. But anyways, moving on. NFL schedule release is this Thursday, May 14th, with a record-breaking 9 international games, which will be revealed this Wednesday, tomorrow. The games that are already revealed will be Week 1, San Francisco versus the Los Angeles Rams in Australia. Also, Week 1, Sunday Night Football will be Dallas at New York. I'm sure we all remember what happened last time the Cowboys played the Giants in the Sunday Night Football opener. That was just a fun game for everybody involved. Thursday Night Football, Week 2, we have Detroit versus Buffalo. Week 3, we have a Brazil game that's been revealed, which is Baltimore versus Dallas. It's crazy that Jerry Jones is allowing a international game. That would be a home game, too, so that means he's just losing so much money. October 18th, the London game, one of the 3 London games. All 3 London games will be either Houston or Jacksonville, but the one that is revealed is Houston versus Jacksonville on October 18th. Thanksgiving Day is the final game that we have revealed here. This is what I'm most excited for. Philly comes to Dallas. I think that'll be really fun to see. The full schedule release comes this Thursday night. We'll go ahead and put a pin in this until next Tuesday so we can give you everything when it comes out.
Yeah, and then some injury-related news in the NFL. Micah Parsons and Patrick Mahomes both ahead of schedule in their recovery. He's expected to play Week 1. Packers GM Brian Gutekunst has said that on multiple occasions that Mike is ahead of schedule, and he looks like he's ready to set the league on fire this year, coming off a torn ACL. Also, Mahomes looks like he's going to be ready not just for Week 1, but for OTAs in the beginning of training camp. So, yeah, I don't know whose ACL he stole, but he's got some good hookups, I guess.
That actually makes me feel really sad for Justin Fields, unless we get to see another Mahomes injury. But I wanted to see.
Just let it go, bro.
I wanted to see Fields in that offense, man. That would have been cool.
I guess. I mean,
20 years from now, people are going to still be talking about how Fields has potential.
I'm a big
NBA.
believer.
And in the NBA, the Knicks and Thunder cruised to the conference championships for the second years in a row after sweeping their opponents, the Sixers and the Lakers. OKC has made history as they've become the 11th team all-time in NBA history to start a postseason with a record 8-0 after sending Turbo's GOAT, LeBron, and the Lakers to Cancun early. I guess something. I'm not gonna. You know what? We'll just move on.
On top of that, I'd like to say, what is next for the GOAT? Here is a look at the LeBron and LA era. In 2019, they missed the postseason. In 2020, they won the bubble championship over the Heat. In 2021, they were a first-round exit to the Suns. In 2022, they missed the postseason again. In 2023, they were swept in the conference championships by the Nuggets. In 2024, they were a first-round exit to the Nuggets again. In 2025, they were a first-round exit to the Timberwolves. And then this year, 2026, they have been sent home swept in the second round by OKC as of last night. That being said, there is one championship in the bubble and just 3 series wins in the postseason since then. Did LA fail LeBron or did Bron fail LA?
They both suck.
Yeah, they made Darvin Ham his coach. That doesn't inspire confidence whatsoever.
Like, bro, they went from always damaged Anthony Davis to Luka Doncic. Luka's first triple-double in LA was at In-N-Out Burger, bro. You just can't trust this guy. You can't trust this guy to show up to the court prepared. All he does is whine. He complains. He's no good. He looks like Los. There's just nothing good. There's nothing good about the Lakers, and it starts with LeBron. It doesn't end with him, but damn, it sucks, bro. Not gonna lie.
You just made Turbo.
I think you're completely wrong, though. I think LeBron did what he's like supposed to do. He got him a championship within his first 3 years as a Laker.
I mean, bro, he played Jimmy Butler in the finals. It doesn't even count. That definitely does not count.
That was when it was great hoops, bro.
And if you really think about it, he let Jimmy Butler win 2 games in the finals against him.
It didn't matter. He won and he won. He won. He's the GOAT, bro. Like I'm telling you right now, Bron. Like it's no. Like if you think MJ's the GOAT, you're insane, bro. You're insane. But I think the Lakers just failed LeBron just because, like, I mean, couldn't build a team around him. I mean, AD always hurt. Their next best player is always hurt. He's
LeBron the GM, though? That doesn't even make any sense.
Nah, it's actually Rob Pelinka. Actually.
What is all this the GM talk? Like, why is he get so much input on the roster? He brings the guys in. They bring him in, and guess what? They still lose. Can't argue with that.
They have lost. I mean, it shows that he's lost, but he's also won the championship. Like I said, so automatically.
That was a Mickey Mouse ring. That's like legit. Like no one cares about that.
If you know ball, bro, real hoopers, they know like that was the most hoopers ever. Like straight hoops. There's nothing else you could do but straight hoops.
That's not what Jimmy Butler was doing. He was cracking buns, and he still got to the finals. I don't even know what to tell you, bro.
Everybody always talks about how it's a bubble ring, but realistically, if your favorite team won that championship, you would fully count it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. If the Mavericks won the whole championship, you bet your ass I'd be shit talking about it.
Yeah. They'd probably be running down the street butt-ass naked, celebrating.
Jake, somebody in the chat said, no more Jimmy Butler slander. That's a Hall of Fame player. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, thank you.
Ban that dude. I don't claim any of this negative energy, bro. I gotta be honest. That's the worst take I've ever heard.
He is a Hall of Famer, bro.
I'll put Draymond in the Hall of Fame before I put Jimmy Butler in the Hall of Fame.
Draymond's probably a first ballot Hall of Famer. Probably better than your favorite player.
Speaking of Draymond, Turbo, I think you have something you want to talk about here.
Yeah, I do actually. Draymond and the Austin Rivers beef. Oh my God, this is insane. Draymond, bro, like you got carried your whole career. Yes, you played defense. Yes, this and that. I like Austin Rivers would kill you in a one-on-one. I don't like this. Yeah. This guy has no offense, bro. Like he's literally like he's just out there handing the ball off. Austin Rivers, on the other hand, he was number one overall player in high school, one and done at Duke. What was he, a lottery pick, or was he like a top? I can't remember.
So we're gonna defend a
But
guy for peaking in high school. That's kind of dumb
I'm
logic.
just talking about like overall career wise, and then like overall, like if we talking about ball players, bro, come on, bro. We all know Austin Rivers is better.
I
Like
mean,
one
maybe
on
a
one.
1v1, but like 5v5, like Draymond and his moving screens, I'll take him any day of the week.
It just really depends on what you need. But like, if you're talking about that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't compare it because like he was like built into a system. Other than like Austin Rivers, not like a
I don't
like
know.
he was drafted to become in and he came in to be a role player. The
Yeah, but
beef
Austin
alone in
Rivers' dad
general
is
is kind
Doc
of
Rivers.
crazy.
That hurts his legacy. So I don't like you can.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
It's
That is
Joe.
true.
Um,
Point is, the beef in general is just insane because I mean, we're going off like stats wise. Obviously, Draymond I think clears just it's a 4-time NBA champion. I can't really argue with that.
did y'all see the roast of Kevin Hart?
Yeah,
Oh, I did
didn't.
see that.
I don't know why. I don't know why
I saw the
Draymond
clip
was.
of Draymond. I didn't listen to the whole thing, obviously, because
Did honestly, he had a pretty funny joke. I guess like they were making jokes that him and Chelsea Handler, are hooking up, throughout this. I think someone said that they're both fucking because they're both ugly, and then he came on and he's like, "No, I'm not, fucking Chelsea Handler. I'm Draymond Green. I don't hit threes." And everyone started laughing, but all the comments were like, "He can only get twos." I thought that was great. Anyways, we have anything else we want to talk about here? Or do we want to move on into trivia?
I want to go back kind of to like the
no,
LeBron talk,
What
bro.
were you gonna say?
Well, you're not done with LeBron, or do you want to save it
Nah,
for the debates?
I just want to talk about like all like anything that could happen this offseason, really, just like trade wise. Um, and then plus like we could talk about the number one overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Ooh,
I just think that there's a
you
lot of moves that's gonna be about to happen. I mean, I think AR just failed the Lakers really bad this offseason or this postseason, and I think they move on from him. Honestly, you can go. There's a lot of people that want to move, bro, and he's one of those people you can move and get something for. Still
yeah.
young. When he was playing in the regular season, he was playing pretty good. But this, like I said,
Yo,
postseason, he
Milton
just failed.
C10, thank you for the follow.
Um, Another one, Giannis for like Jalen Brown talks. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be insane trade. I mean,
I think that would be
I'm
crazy.
going with Jalen Brown.
I would hate to see Giannis go and team up with Tatum in the Celtics, bro. Like, I even, that would just be so annoying.
And he has straight shooters around him if he goes to that team.
Yeah, but
Richard,
that
Chris
would just
White,
make
jeez.
that would probably solidify sending JB to the Bucks. I mean, that's solidifying every single one of his betting lines hitting the over like every single day. Oh, every time he's on the court, I will be betting his over if he's in Milwaukee
Or
this next
inflation,
season.
man. His shit might just go stupid up.
Probably, but it'd be nice to see him fully. I mean, look at the Celtics this year. They were what, the second seed in the East, and they were without Tatum most of the season. Uh, Jalen's proved he can be the one all day, but that would just be an interesting dynamic to send him somewhere like Milwaukee. Well, you got anything
I
else
think it makes
before?
sense.
Yeah, you got anything else before trivia? Oh wait, let's read some of the Rod chats. Rod sent us a rose toy. Thank you for the rose toy, Rod. Neither one of them is better than our Jewish goat, Denny. Talk about Denny, the greatest Israel-born player. Lakers should get Denny. They couldn't beat Denny in the Blazers. All right, Rod, you're a real big Denny guy right now. I see that. I was surprised to read this, but anybody
Rod,
want?
I think he's a great player for what it's worth, man.
Yeah, you
Uh,
big Daddy fan.
he's working a
Rod
jumper.
sent
But
16 Rose toys. Thank you, Rod.
Thank God.
Thank you, Rod.
Dude, Rod is just
yo,
Rose
arrive
toys
money, yes
up.
sir.
Yeah, bro, Rose toys, Rod toys. We're getting Rod toys right now. All right. Well, are we ready to move into trivia here, guys?
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I think
Guys,
so.
ready?
All right, let's get it rolling.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's get into trivia. All right, Cam, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the first question.
Gotcha.
Which NFL running back has had the most games with 200 plus rushing yards?
That is just so easy. It's Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that one is pretty
This
easy
is just
question.
you just gave me a ground ball right into my glove here, man. This is Derrick Henry.
Yeah. And man had to start off strong, but yeah, he's
Who
had 7
is
games
Derrick
with
Henry?
at least 200 rushing yards. Across those 7 games, he's rushed for 1,561 yards and 19 touchdowns. And he's averaging about like 223 yards per game and 29 carries in these games, which are insane numbers. Truly one of the great running backs of all time. I would say so. That's my hot take. Just in terms of like power backs, he like has all the tools that you want in one of them.
Nah, he's not even real.
But
He's more of like he has the build of a power back, but he has the play style more of like an elusive back. But he can win.
exactly,
He can
yeah.
win everything.
Yeah, he
Except
literally
that.
could do it all. Doesn't he almost every season have one of the highest speed top speed runs?
Yeah.
He pretty much does. I remember seeing some stat like
It's
that.
like he always has those massive breakaway like 60
What
plus
did
yard
what did they say
touchdowns.
Chris Johnson had? Chris Johnson had like getting away from the cop speed. got it.
CJ2K. Wow. Getting away from
But
the
yeah,
cops.
if you were making a running back in Madden, he would be the kind of guy you would build.
Absolutely. Dude,
Absolutely.
it's just like he's just not real, bro. He looks like a fucking linebacker.
Yeah.
That's so
He's a video
crazy.
game running back, but in
Yeah.
real life. And it's surprising that it took a few years for him to actually get his footing in the NFL.
Well, I mean
because
that's probably for the best. That's probably the answer to his longevity and how he's still doing this at the age. What did he turn 32 this past season, or is it 32 this season? I don't remember. I know he turned.
I think it's 32 this season. I have to double check.
He also,
I remember his
He's
birthday.
getting
Was,
up
also
I
there.
probably-
think he hit his birthday
he
over
also
a
probably
playoff
took
game.
that long because he was on a fucking Titan. So
Yeah, that's
Titans
true.
were actually a
What
decent
did
team.
the Titans
Whenever
do to you?
the Titans were a decent team in the Derrick
Titans,
Henry
bro.
era until the end. The Derrick Henry
Yeah,
to
man, you
Ryan
got the one
Tannehill.
seed.
Yeah, the Derrick Henry Ryan Tannehill era was actually pretty good. We're gonna see it.
Vrabel, bro. Vrabel. You can't
Yeah.
forget Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel, yeah, literally, look at him now, doing the same thing he was doing before, except in the Super Bowl.
Michael.
On a boat somewhere.
Ugh,
All right.
damn,
We've talked about Derrick Henry for too long. Let's go ahead and get on to the next question. Jake, this one's going to go to you. How many head coaches have the Browns gone through since returning
Get to that in
in
a sec,
1999? This also includes interim coaches.
Jesus.
Considering it's been since 1999, it's like what 27 years ago. Damn,
Thanks.
the answer has
Yeah.
to be pretty damn close to 27. I feel like.
I mean, that would be a very Browns thing to do, but it's not 20.
We're gonna start at 15. I feel like 15's like that's a pretty good number.
It's not 15. You overshot it, but you haven't overshot it by that much.
13.
It's 13. Yeah, they've gone through 13 head coaches
Dude,
since
That's
1999.
crazy.
Only one coach, who is interim coach Greg Williams, who is also the guy who was responsible for Bounty Gate, fun fact. He left with a winning record of 5 wins and 3 losses as an interim head coach. Every other coach for the Browns, when they got fired or they left, had a losing record.
That's just
On
true.
average, the Browns hire a new head coach every 2 years, and their rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, have only had 4 head coaches since 1969, including Mike McCarthy, who just got hired.
Dang.
So yeah, that really shows the difference between those two franchises as a whole. One of them is complete poverty, and the other is like a genuine staple of the NFL. Even if they haven't like had much recent success, I mean, the Steelers are still like, when you think of the NFL, they're one of the first teams you think of,
I think
just
that
because of the success and the history they've had as a franchise.
I think that this just ties back to what I said a week ago. All all Cleveland Browns fans deserve a round of applause. I mean, you
Yeah,
are
they often
really.
cry at night, like the guy in that picture right there.
I think that if I ever date a girl again, it will have to be a Cleveland Browns fan because at least I'll know she'll be loyal.
And
Yeah,
she
me
won't
and
be
that
expecting a ring.
Yeah, there we go.
Great minds think alike, Jake.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and.
All right, let's move on to the next question. Heyo. All right, Turbo, you got the next one. Which NBA player holds the
Oh,
record for most double doubles by a rookie?
jeez. Um, gotta think big man here. Um, as a rookie though, ah, who's? Oh, what about this? Oh, wait, yeah, no, I don't know if he played that much actually as a rookie. I'm just say Andre Drummond.
It's not Andre Drummond.
Fuck.
Denny's just say pick such
Uh,
wrong.
You are right on the big man trajectory though.
um, double double. Let's see. Let's go farther back. Let's go Shaq.
It's Shaq.
Probably the most dominant
Yeah,
big
he
man.
had in his rookie season he had 68 double doubles, which accounted for 83% of his games. In the 1993 season when he was a rookie. Interestingly enough, throughout his entire career, because I was interested after seeing how many double doubles he got in his rookie year. He only in his entire career had 2 triple doubles, which I know his style of play doesn't lean towards him having triple doubles. But with how many double doubles he had, you would think he would have a little bit more than 2, even though it does kind of make sense that he didn't have very many at all.
Yeah, that guy don't pass the ball.
Yeah, doesn't pass the ball. I mean, the moment Shaq gets the ball, he's dunking it. Either that or he's getting fouled and missing free throws.
Literally.
All right, Cam, we're going back to you for this next one.
Before we move on, I have to address Rod's chat. He sent us 18 more Rose toys. Rod says, would you rather build a team around Derrick Henry or prime Jewish-born NFL legend Julian Edelman?
Dude, I think because Edelman also he played quarterback in college. Like, you know, he can sling the pigskin around a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Edelman was going to be an emergency quarterback in a playoff game, I think, if it ever came down to it. I don't know if it was a playoff game or if it was just a regular season game, but he was going to be an emergency quarterback.
Plus,
Pretty sure it was a playoff.
Randy Moss used to call him Edelnut. So if I could have a full team of Edelnuts versus a full team of Henry, I'm going with Team Edelnut, bro. I'm not even thinking twice.
I think I'm going with a full team of Edelnut too.
I don't know if I would, bro. Like, this is a hot take, though. I might take a team full of Edelmans over a team full of any one player of all time.
I think I agree with that statement. I think that's the safest.
As far as I'm concerned with Edelnut, in my opinion, his catch in the Super Bowl is the greatest Super Bowl play of all time.
It was an insane catch.
It was an insane catch. Watching that live was nuts because I'm like, there's no way he caught that. And then you see the replay and you're like, how the hell did he do that?
I think we know how, but, you know, can't say.
Yeah, good point. All right.
All right, moving on. Moving on.
Moving on. All right. Cam, which NFL player earned the most fantasy points in a single season?
There's no way I have Derrick Henry for 2 for 2 questions.
Not Derrick Henry.
Not
That would have been
Derrick.
really funny if I just had him as all the answers, but this one's
that would
genuinely
be-
different person.
That would be really
Is
funny.
it
Maybe
Edelnut?
on his birthday. No, it's not Edelnut. Probably not CMC. A teammate of Derrick Henry's, maybe. I think it might be a teammate of Derrick Henry's indeed. Lamar Jackson. I'm getting all Baltimore Ravens questions today.
It is Lamar.
Lamar.
Yeah, in 2024, he
Snackson.
scored 434.4 season, or 444. I can't speak. Sorry,
434.
434.4 fantasy points during the 2024 season, at least according to StatsMuse.
So many
But
fours
yeah,
and
he
Fs in
averaged 25.55 points per game, threw for over 4,000 yards and 41 touchdowns, and he rushed for just under 1,004 touchdowns.
there. That's just
Man,
what
I don't know
a
why I
And
struggle to read that so badly.
there's a lot of fours in there. I'm just like
There is a lot of
hard.
fours.
All the
Fours
fours.
and
Yo, thumbs
Fs.
up.
All the fours, yeah. Fours up. All right.
Wow. Yeah.
Jake, you're up next for this one. Who's the most accurate kicker in NFL history with a minimum of 100 field goal attempts?
Kareem Hunt.
I mean, to be fair, he did land every kick he tried to make, but uh, we're talking about we're talking about somebody kicking footballs here.
No, this is Austin, Texas legend, Dicker the kicker, Cameron Dicker.
It is Dicker the kicker. He has a 93.5% field goal percentage. He's only missed 9 field goals in his entire career in the NFL. And as a fun trivia fact, he's also the last kicker to make a fair catch free kick. I don't know if you guys remember that one, but
Yeah,
I remember watching
actually
that and
did.
being like, what the hell is happening right now? All right, let's go on to the next one. All right. Turbo, this one's for you. Which NBA players have won Rookie of the Year after missing their first season due to injury?
Well, I know for sure one of the players it has to be Ben Simmons. You know, with Donovan Mitchell and him beef. Before
Yeah, that one's pretty
though,
obvious.
I kind of want to say I'm thinking of Embiid too, really teammate, but I think Embiid was hurt like the first 3 years.
2
Yeah,
years.
Embiid didn't win Rookie of the Year if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he did, then he would have been on here.
Trying to think overall picks. Let me guess. Rookie of the Year didn't win it his rookie year.
He didn't win Rookie of the Year his rookie year.
Yeah, like because he got hurt.
No, I know
I
you. I
think
know what
it's-
you mean, bro. I'm just giving you a hard time, dude. I'm sorry.
Well,
Dude, come on,
let's
give him
go.
a-
I'm
give him a
just
soft
guess to
time.
say I don't know. I think Luca didn't get hurt, but I'm gonna say Luca.
Not Luca.
Damn.
Come on, Turbo. I thought you know ball.
Thinking. Oh, it's Blake Griffin, former #1 overall pick.
Blake Griffin. Yeah, it's Blake Griffin and Ben Simmons. Griffin was drafted in 2009, but he won Rookie of the Year in 2010. Ben Simmons, obviously, famously, he had that whole race with Rookie of the Year between him and Donovan Mitchell. Ultimately, Ben Simmons won, but as time has gone on, Donovan Mitchell's very obviously the better player. But interestingly enough, about both Griffin and Simmons is that they're both members of the Kendall Jenner starting 5.
Hey, it's a W starting
Shout
5.
out for them.
Yeah, I'm up
bad.
next. Asset says
Yep.
LeBron, we're
Alright,
good.
let's
Ben
go ahead.
Simmons is here. Before we move on, I got more from Rod. Rod says, imagine AJ Dillon and Julian Edelman on the same team, man. Owned by Robert Kraft. Would be sick. I agree with you, Rod. I think that would be pretty awesome. All right. Let's
Yeah, I
move
mean
on.
that definitely sounds like an idea for sure.
Sounds like a Super Bowl winning roster right there. Only with 2 players.
Dude.
Just plug them in at every position. Go ahead, Hunter.
All right, Cam. Which NFL quarterbacks are tied for the most career losses in the playoffs as a starting quarterback?
All time?
All time, yeah. So these starting quarterbacks have the most playoff losses.
You got to think about quarterbacks that were. Feel like it is Drew Brees and Peyton Manning.
It's not Breeze, but Peyton is one of them. Yeah, with
Brady. It just feels like such an obvious answer, but I mean, he also was in the
it
playoffs
is
just
it is
about
such an obvious answer because it is the answer.
All
It's Tom Brady
right.
and Peyton Manning.
When you're in the playoffs,
Yeah, they
literally
both.
every season, I guess you're either winning
Yeah,
the
you
Super
got to
Bowl or
think.
you're
Yeah,
taking a loss.
yeah. Brady's played in 48 playoff games, which I mean, yeah. Obviously, if you play in that many games, you're gonna lose more games as default. Uh, I mean, obviously, you're not gonna win the Super Bowl in every season you play, but he still has a almost a 73% winning percentage in the playoffs, which in and of itself is one of the craziest stats I've ever seen. Peyton Manning only played in 27 games, and he won just over half of his games.
Mm-hmm.
But interestingly enough, Peyton Manning actually has a winning record against Brady in the playoffs. They've played 5 times. He's 3-2 against him. So yeah, I mean,
Wow.
technically, if you think about it, Manning in a way had his number, even though it's like barely though.
Yeah, he still did.
He still did.
Let's just throw their old asses back out there right now and see who can take home the W. It'll definitely be Brady.
It would if Peyton Manning somehow did that, I would willingly bet all my money that I have in my bank account on Tom Brady winning that game.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Jake. Out of all NBA players to win 100 plus playoff games, who has the highest winning percentage?
Man.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a Warriors player or a Bulls player.
Or
God, get out of here, man. It's not him. Let's see. Dude, I'm gonna start. Let's start with Draymond Green. You know, we were talking about him earlier. I feel like he's
No, not Draymond.
no.
nowhere. No.
Let's see. What era did this player play?
90s,
I mean, is it Jordan?
late 80s and the 90s.
Is it Jordan?
Not Jordan. He was teammates with Jordan though,
Late
but he
80s.
didn't win all of his championships with Jordan.
Dennis Rodman played on the Pistons and the Bulls. So he's probably it might be him. Is it Dennis Rodman?
It is Dennis Rodman. I feel like I kind of like pushed you in that
He
direction, but yeah,
basically
it's
gave
Dennis
it to
Rodman.
you, bro.
I did well. I mean, yeah, he still got there himself, but yeah, Dennis Rodman has a 68.6% winning percentage in the playoffs. Out of 169 games he played, he won 116 of them, and he made the playoffs 11 times, and he won the finals 5 times.
Shout out to the Worm, man.
Yeah, shout out to the Worm, the greatest rebounder of all time, because that was the one thing he was good at.
The Worm is just the funniest nickname ever, bro.
Bro, he had a great sense of fashion too.
He did. He literally married himself.
I get kind of like
Yes, sir.
when I hear Rod, I kind of feel like he gives off like Dennis Rodman vibes. I don't know. Maybe that's why he's named Rod.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
That's probably true. Actually, see,
Right,
Rod says Rodman right here. He's probably answering the question. Rod says Rodman. Ashton says Rod dash man. There you go. It's all spelled out for you, Jake.
All right, Turbo, you've got the last question of the day. Which NBA teams have had the most MVPs over the last 20 years? As in players who have won the MVP while on this team.
While on this team?
While on this team, yeah.
Okay, well, OKC's definitely one of them. Got KD, Shea,
Yep,
and
it's
Westbrook.
okay.
Trying to think if Braun did it himself dang near. I know
No,
you got two in Miami.
not any team that
two
Braun
in
played for.
Who's also won multiple MVPs? Memphis won 2. Wait, Jokic has won 3, right?
Yeah, Jokic has won 3.
So yeah, the Nuggets, him alone.
Nope, it's the Nuggets. It's the Denver Nuggets and the OKC Thunder. Both teams have had someone win an MVP in 3 seasons. With the Thunder, it was Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea could win the MVP again this year, which would make it 4 in the past 20 years. And then with the Nuggets, it's literally just Jokic, the horse racing phenom himself. He's just carrying them on this list. And
Is
really, he
Jokic
could
top three
have
big
like maybe
man?
4 or 5 MVPs. Sorry,
Do
say
you
that
think
again.
Jokic is top three big man?
No, he's not. Like all time
You
or
don't
like
think
right
so? I
now?
mean, yeah, I'm talking about all time, like all time,
No,
like
he's not, dude. He's not.
top. I don't know, bro.
I'm taking
I mean,
Wilt
like
over
three
Jokic, dude.
back to back MVP is
He had
kind of
20,000
crazy.
women on him, bro. I can't even argue with that. He's the goat.
I don't know. I could maybe top five. Top five, right? We give him top five.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
top
yeah,
five is fair.
that's more reasonable, you know. But
I think
he's not.
it entirely depends on what you want in a big man.
I want a horse racer.
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
tell
he
you
can't
that
play no
much.
defense.
All right, y'all.
All right. Well, that's all
All
the
right.
trivia for today.
All right, that's pretty good. We are at about 6:41 right now, so I guess are we ready to roll on into rapid fire debate? Or Hunter, do you have the?
Yep.
All right.
I've got questions for each and every one of y'all. I tailored them to questions that I think you guys can kind of go off on. Turbo, I know you're gonna like your question specifically, but the way we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it a little
Yeah.
bit differently than how it was last week. Instead, we're only gonna give everybody one question, but you're gonna have 2 minutes to go over, like your opinions on it, and then whenever you have about 30 seconds left, I'm gonna play the Taco Bell ding so that you know your time is coming up, and then whenever it's a 2 minutes, just so you know to shut
so
up.
loud, I have to turn that down a little.
It is very loud. So sorry to everybody joining the live,
All right, that's
but you're just gonna have to deal with it until we get it fixed. But so Turbo,
It's
you're the
good
one
now.
that you're the one I'm most excited to hear talk about this because we kind of did touch on it a little bit earlier. You're gonna have 2 minutes to go over it. What do you think LeBron James should do after this season, starting now?
Gee, LeBron's definitely gonna have a farewell tour, by the way, fellas. I just think it really has to do with wherever he wants to end his career. Does he want to end it back in Cleveland? Does he want to run it back with the Lakers and try to give it one more shot? But I just think, I mean, even I don't think he retires off rip just because NBA would not allow that. I mean, too much money to be made if for him to have a farewell season. Plus it gives him another chance maybe to play with a healthy Luca or maybe even go team up with Donovan Mitchell and them. Let Harden walk. Or maybe they could. I could see like where also like Giannis could come into play because like Giannis is also reported to go to like the Lakers, the Cavs, like a lot of teams. So like a lot of teams want him. But I think personally, I think he's gonna go back home. He's gonna go back to Cleveland, run it back one more time. It just makes the most sense, you know, from Cleveland. He wants to end his career at Cleveland. But I could also see him be like, Lakers are good. Lakers can make it something shake, and then he can just stay there and end it. I don't know. I just don't see him going back home after he already went back home. I just, I don't know. It's leaning towards him going back home, but I think he, I could see him staying a Lakers. What I'm saying, just alone of the fact alone that like I think the Lakers are the better team instead of the Cavs.
All right, cool. Yeah, you actually got your point across before we even had to give you the 30-second warning. But yeah, I mean, I do think that LeBron would be the kind of player that would go on a farewell tour. Uh, whether he stays with the Lakers or the Cavs or not, I mean, honestly, it probably depends on what they end up doing with Bronny realistically. Because at this point, like, I think he's just like, whatever, I just want to play with my son. Unless he decides to go back to the Cavs or whatever if he wants to like have another chance at like legitimately winning a championship, he could leave. But honestly, I feel like he would probably just end up staying with the Lakers and just going on a farewell tour.
Yeah, I kind of think I see the same thing, just because LA is the biggest market. But I mean, it also would make huge news that he goes back to Cleveland to retire, and I think he's going wherever he goes to get one more ring before it's all over, and I do think that's possible in Cleveland. I mean, it just depends on what they have to move to get LeBron. Um, he's on. He's
They,
on. Is he on the end of his contract this year, LeBron?
yeah, he's entered free agency.
Oh, dude. Oh, he can so go to Cleveland very easily.
He can go anywhere.
Yeah, Dude,
I
I
think
think it's
I think I remember in a press conference he said himself he doesn't really love basketball anymore. So who knows
yeah.
what he does? Because I think we would know for sure if LeBron was going to leave. So I do think
I
he's going to play at least one more year, and it's
yeah.
going to be a farewell tour.
I think it'll be obvious throughout the whole season. I know it was pretty obvious early on this season when you see him walking around, not playing as with high intensity, walking over to the other team's sideline while the game is going on when he's supposed to be on the court and messing around with the other team's players, his friends and stuff around the league. It kind of looks like it could be his last year, but I still think he's got more left in the tank. I think he wants another ring before it's all said and done. I think he also wants to be able to say that he's got a ring in his 40s.
Yeah,
Um,
and he can't go out after getting swept.
yeah, absolutely not. If you are LeBron James, you do not retire after getting swept. I thought that they would get at least one game, and I didn't get to watch last night because I was at work, but I mean, that was just heartbreaking when I looked.
Another point. Do we think LeBron takes a pay cut? He's already a fucking billionaire, so does he just take a pay cut so he can possibly get another like good player to go and sign with the Lakers or Cleveland?
I could see
I mean,
that.
it's possible.
I
Nah,
don't
he's gonna
think
go to
that's
the
gonna happen.
Warriors.
Ron said he's not
No.
going to Miami for sure. He could play in the Israeli Premier League. Him and Pat Beverly in Tel Aviv.
All right, moving on, moving on, moving on. All
All
right,
right.
Cam, I'm gonna go ahead and give you this next question.
Gotcha.
It's another basketball related question. All these questions are basketball related.
Mhm.
The question I wanted to give you is about the 76ers. What are the next steps for Embiid and the 76ers after losing in the playoffs?
Um.
Starting now.
Well, with Embiid, I mean, you got to think about it. Once there was a guy named Joel Embiid. He's drafted third overall, 2014, with a broken foot that held him out for his first 2 years. He didn't play his first game until OKC in October of 2016. Great game. He dropped 20 points. He had 7 off the glass, 2 blocks. They still lost. But I mean, the foot was just the beginning. He had so many injuries throughout his career. He's never had good knees. We won't touch too much on that because I don't want to remind Jake of Jimmy Butler. But he's got that pair of orbital fractures, the concussions, so many injuries. This guy's just never going to be healthy. But that being said, when he's on the court, there is a very clear difference. That team is winning games, and I will say though, I just think that getting swept by the Knicks this year, it's kind of a time to look at it and say, you have these young guys in Maxey and Edgecombe. It might be time to see what you can get in return for what's left of Joel Embiid. Move on from him. Maybe this is your chance to move up in the draft. I heard that the Wizards are interested in moving down from the 1 if the haul they get is big enough. I don't know I mean, that would just be the most injury-prone roster of all time. But I think it's time to start looking at moving on from Embiid and building around the young core with Maxey and Edgecombe and looking at your future.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the process has run its course. You have to just move on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
he also
and
got to be
you're gonna be
realistic though. Like Joel Embiid making $50 million a year, already injury prone. Like, dude, who wants that?
That is very, very true.
Like, bro, you're gonna have to
Yeah,
give
you
up
can't really
Embiid
have
and like 3 first-round picks, and a team will be like, "Yeah, I'll take. Can I get like a second-round pick or something?" Like, he's got no value, dude. He's got negative value.
Rod, why do you believe that Hunter has a hidden agenda? I don't know.
I don't even know what my hidden agenda would be.
Yeah, he said this in the TikTok chat. We'll circle back to that when he answers.
Yeah. I'm gonna need him to elaborate so I can defend myself because
Yeah,
I
I'm
genuinely
curious.
have no idea what he's talking about.
I'm very curious what he means by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. $50 million a year is pretty crazy. I don't know how teams are going to justify that, given that he can't stay healthy. I mean, Washington loves injury-prone players. I mean, if you look at that roster right now, You got Sar Young, AD. Like they're just, it's gonna be a really really good team if they're ever fully healthy for the entirety of a season.
Let's actually go on to the next question because it's interesting that you brought up the Wizards. Jake, this was the question I was going to give you. Uh, should the Wizards draft Debansa or Peterson?
All
You have 2 minutes starting now.
Well, I mean, considering the Wizards already traded away the GOAT, Denny Avdia, I don't think there's much hope for this franchise. Really cursed over. But man, bro, this dude's name is literally DN Peterson. Like he has, like he got injured from taking creatine, bro. Like I can't trust this dude to get on the court. Like if Peterson gets drafted to the Wizards, like yes, is he a better talent than Debansa? I believe he might be. But he's an undersized guard. You already have Trey Young, you know, who has pubes on the top of his head. Now, you put DN Peterson back there. Like, bro, DN Peterson, Trey Young, and AD on the same team. Like, the Wizards trainer is set for life. But I'd rather take the 6'9" wing who's an elite scorer, can play make. He's going to give you, you know, basically, I can trust him to have a better floor and stay healthier and also just be maybe a more volatile player at his peak. Like, he can move around the court a little bit. He's more positionless than a 6'4" guard who I know is going to score the ball, but I can't trust him to stay on the court, and he's not very versatile in the sense that he can't really play outside of a guard spot.
Cool. Yeah, another question that we got done before the 30-second warning, but yeah, as time has gone on, because I remember I was thinking Peterson was a lock for the #1 pick, and then now I'm like leaning more towards Debansa because I do think he's a better fit for the
Absolutely a
Wizards
better
than
fit
Peterson
for the
would be.
Wizards.
So,
I
I mean, that's why like it would be interesting to see if the Wizards do potentially trade out of it. I don't think they're going to
I
because
think
I
it
mean,
just
if
really
there is
depends
a
on what they
draft to
get. I think it
yeah,
depends on what they
because
get. Like if you go and trade like you can go get Giannis. You can go get Giannis the #1 overall pick. You can build around AJ, you know. I think there's a lot of teams that would really want that #1 overall pick. It just really depends on what they're giving. Like if you're giving up like say the Jazz, because the Jazz are really interested for moving a 2-1 to get AJ, just because they've been supplying his NIL money. So like I don't know, it really just depends. I've also seen where like they trade the #1 overall pick for Kawhi and then whatever 3 first rounders or so whatever. But I mean, it really
All they
just
do, all
depends.
they want is the IR staff. That's all they want, bro. They want Kawhi. I mean, you take Kawhi or you take DP, DNP. That trainer is going to be making millions of dollars within by the week. But nah, dude,
But you also know,
they gotta stick and pick. They need a franchise player because like you got to think about it, man. AD is like at the
well
latter.
that's what I mean. I'm assuming their franchise player is Trey Young. They traded for him, like you know. So like
That's bad,
I
dude.
don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're like you know.
That
They
might be
just
worse
want
than
people
Jimmy
to build.
Butler, dude.
He is
Trey
worse
Young
than
is a
Jimmy
solid
Butler.
asset to your team, but you don't want him to be the franchise guy. That's my opinion on Trey Young.
So
I
Rod
would
is
say the
saying
same.
that we can't trust AJ DeBansta because of his alma mater. Is that true?
BYU.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to say, yeah.
Rod says that he agrees with you on this pick. It's exactly what he was going to say, but he says, isn't he Mormon, though? Look, we saw issues with Mormon players like Kyle Filipowski. It's problematic. Also, Hunter, in regards
Well, I guess
to...
the only way to like maybe teams like do you think teams in the draft process like when they're interviewing DeBansta they're asking him if he gets on any girls at BYU or you think they're just assuming he doesn't like what are we talking about here?
I'm sure just by looking at him, it's probably difficult to soak. Um, Hunter, in regards to your hidden agenda, Rod says that you are deflecting from the real heavy-hitting topics that he's bringing in. I think he has. I think he's had. I think he's had some great topics, but I think,
Yeah.
judging off of how our last clip did on the socials, I think we should probably not cover these as much. But I like it.
I mean the Wizards did trade away Denny. That's out there for the world to know.
That is true.
So me and Rod, we aren't rooting for the Wizards. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, is that the end of rapid fire debate for the day?
Yeah, that's the end of rapid fire debate for the day.
All
I
right.
guess
Well,
now we just have questions.
yeah, let's dive into some stadium polls here. You guys in the chat, there's not too many of y'all around right now, I guess, but everyone that's still here, Rod and the fellas, go ahead and drop some questions in the chat so we can engage with y'all before we wrap it up here at the end.
On Twitch, Lacey in the chat, we kind of touched on it a little bit, but it's where do you think where do y'all think Giannis is going? Bucks did say they are open to trades.
Yeah, I think that the Celtics one that Turbo was talking about sounds like a very realistic possibility. I think Houston's another possibility. It's really just
He's
whoever
gonna
has.
be. I think the Thunder.
Yeah, I hate to hear
Uh,
that.
I've been seeing a lot of the Thunder as well too.
Yeah,
It's kind of scary to think that Giannis will go play with Shea in them, but
that's so,
it's
dude.
looking
That
looking
sounds so
real
annoying.
possible, bro.
That sounds
Would that be worse than
so
KD joining the
annoying.
Warriors?
Ugh.
Not
Well, I mean,
necessarily
because it
because
wouldn't be
KD
his
came in
decision.
a
Like he'd have a
sniper, but
say so.
like
KD like willingly joined that
Yeah,
team.
that
Like,
is
not,
true.
at least like OKC would be marginalizing a lot of their team or like their assets to go get Giannis. Like they'd probably have to give
Giannis.
up at least J Dub or Chet, which fuck that's whatever I guess. But like I
Rod,
mean they'd be losing a decent amount of their team to get Giannis, but they'd still like they'd get Giannis, so it'd be like, you know.
It'd be a three-headed monster no matter what. Like
Rod,
holy fuck.
is this football or basketball? This seems like it would be football if it's an 11-man offense. Rod says build an all-time 11-man offense of only Mormon and Jewish players.
Go Jackson Dart at QB.
All
Go
right.
two QB
I'm gonna
system
go
actually.
Puka Nakua for wide receiver 1, Julian Edelman at
Steve
wide
Young
receiver
is quarterback.
2.
He went to
Yeah.
BYU.
Yeah, okay.
I put Jackson Dart at running back. Oh no, Tyler Algier went to BYU. He's got to be.
Trying to think of.
Tyler
I know
Algier
Jamal
can't be
Williams went to.
Tyler Algier
BYU.
cannot be our RB1 though. We have to have something better than that.
Oh,
AJ
Taysom
Dillon.
Hill.
AJ
Taysom Hill.
Dillon.
Put him
Yeah,
at
you're
tight end.
right. Yeah, Taysom Hill. We can put at tight end. AJ Dillon at RB1. Tyler Algier at RB2. That would be a nasty backfield. Have you seen AJ Dillon's freaking quads, dude? They're huge. Thinking of him and
Quads,
Saquon.
Make Sark the head coach.
We want to win.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, what do we need? We need a dude. Fuck, we have to go for an offensive line now. How many other
Kingsley.
receivers?
Oh my bro, we got Kingsley Sumayua.
How many other receivers do we need? Fuck, we don't have enough Jews on this team.
Fuck it, just throw AJ at receiver. He's 6'8". He'll catch something.
Yeah, we could throw Jackson Dart out at wide. He's from Utah. Fun fact. Shit, we might have to
So
throw
wait,
AJ
are we
to
going
Van-
off
might
of
have to
like
throw
people
AJ
who went to
Van-
BYU or just
A
people
full
from Utah in
defense,
general?
too? We'll have to write all this down too, so we can like throw Denny,
Yeah.
throw Denny at wide receiver. Denny's a tight end, bro. Denny would be a tight end. Shit, fuck. We gotta.
Okay, wait. So
whole
who do we still
defense?
have to go over?
This is an
Braden
all-time
Bergen-
full
we'll go
team.
Braden Bergen at middle linebacker.
Yeah, Braden Bergen, middle linebacker for sure. I think.
Boss at safety.
Yeah, Connor Stevens at safety. Was Connor? I thought Connor was a linebacker in high school. I don't know.
Nah,
We'll let Rod handpick the coach.
Breaking news: Daryl Morey is out as president of basketball operations with the 76ers after 6 seasons. Per Shams.
All right. Well, the first domino is fallen for the Sixers. I mean, we
Yeah,
literally just
one-
talked about them 10 minutes
literally
ago.
One down, dude.
State
And-
champion Connor
Embiid-
Stevens.
Yeah, state champion.
Perfect
Connor,
timing.
Connor Stevens also. Fuck. Yeah, dude, that's great.
champ.
It's great that they came
State
in.
of Texas, thanks, man.
Joel Embiid is next. Is there any other? I feel like we need more Jewish players in this offense because I feel like we only have 2.
Like we don't know about it. Like we are not knowledgeable enough, so we can come back to it next week when we could talk
Yeah,
about it over the
because
weekend and get a real staff going. But
Can we
yeah,
pick?
just
think
'cause
it's
I know
best-
that there's some players. It's just I can't think of them off the top of my head.
Can we pick?
Yeah.
Can we pick Jalen Milroe to be backup QB as he's friends with Connor Stevens, who is a Jewish person that we know, and they played high school football together? Is that too much of a stretch?
Just clone Julian Edelman and put him out there at all
Yeah,
positions.
we'll just 11-man Julian Edelman offense. That works. That's perfect. And then one AJ Dillon at running back.
Non-stop
Yeah,
Wildcat
so
formation.
Rod is like adamant we have AJ on the squad.
He's right. He is Jewish. All right. Well,
All right.
anyone else
Do we have
in the
any more
chat want to
questions?
say anything? It's about 7:00 here. Well, everybody, thank you so much for coming out again for another episode of Blitz and Bricks. We're so happy to see you guys. 3,054 likes in the TikTok. Thank you, Rod. You're epic. Another great day from Win Margin Media today. Thank y'all for all being here. Please make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, everything, all of the above. Once again, every episode is posted immediately to YouTube, roughly about an hour after. I got to make sure that it all loads in and is ready to go. But if you missed anything, you can check it back out there. Turbo, let's get a live update on the bet real quick. Last week we missed by
The hockey guy is actually looking really fucking good.
How's it going
He's
so
allowed to
far?
go. He's allowed to go, but it's 1-1. It's tied up.
How
And
many has he
Buffalo is
stopped?
shooting that shit.
How
He's
many?
at 12 saves in the first period.
Let's
already.
go. Let's go.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man. I
really
was
good.
thinking 26 was high, but I feel it, dude. I'm feeling it tonight.
Nah, yeah. It's the playoffs, by the way. So
Yeah,
nah.
that's true. That's true. They're gonna be taking shots. But
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. It's a pretty good game. I don't know if you can see the corner of
yeah,
it.
yeah, I'm seeing it up there. We got last week we missed by one leg on the bet. Let me go ahead and pull up what we ended off with. We missed by Cade Cunningham, so we took him at 27.5 for his over. We did 28 points. He was 5 short with 23. James Harden hit 6.5 assists. He hit with 7. Lou Dort had 5 3-points, and Marcus Shart with 16 points, rebounds. And in our second leg, it was about the same thing, but instead of Lou Dort, we stepped it out for Tobias Harris points, which also hit with 20 points. We just once again missed on Cade Cunningham. So let's hope today that everything else is an absolute lock. If you tailed us, let's get you paid. Once again, thank y'all for being here. Anybody else have anything they want to say before we leave?
Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Summer's coming up.
Thank you,
Happy
everybody.
birthday, Corpus guys.
Get the meal prep right. Let's
Happy
attack
birthday,
the-
Corpus boys. Happy birthday, Javi. The Giants still are cheeks. Happy birthday, Mark. Renan. Turbo's roommate, Renan. Yes, happy birthday.
Be sure to catch us on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Central Time.
Yes, every Tuesday.